Well, thank you. It's exciting to be here in Florida during a time where we actually have medical marijuana legal. It's been a long, hard fight, and congratulations to all those who've gotten to this point. Obviously, we do have a long way to go, but it's exciting to be where we are today. I'm here to talk to you guys about something equally as exciting, cannabis travel, coming to Florida very soon near you, actually in Miami. One of the things that I want to talk to you about before we kind of get into cannabis travels, I want to tell you a very little bit about myself. I promise you I won't waste a whole lot of your time. My background is in technology. As Carlos said, I have been an advocate in the state of Florida for the last 5 years, working with United for Care, Florida Cannabis Action Network, and Regulate Florida. And now I am the South Florida chapter lead of Women Grow. And so we are still fighting for our rights out in Tallahassee. It's very important that we all still maintain that involvement. But that has really led me to the place where I am right now, which is the founder and co-owner of Bhang Travel. And Bhang Travel is basically a premier full-service travel agency geared towards the cannabis industry. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring these types of events to what I call the high seas. So what we're doing is, what we did was we partnered with some of the best travel partners in the business, cruise planners and American Express Travel, to bring us the foundation upon which that we can offer the best relationships in the cruise industry and all-inclusive vacations and so on and so forth, with a huge level of security with the American Express component. So quickly, I want to tell you about some really amazing things that we have coming up. Our first thing that we have coming up in October is our Caribbean Cannabis Cruise. And just to kind of go through a day in the life of that cruise, it's going to be very similar to what our other cruises will be like. Is it kicks off, first of all, in October out of Miami. And the first night, we will be having a cocktail party that will be just for the group. And the next day, we will be having onboard seminars and workshops by experts in the industry. It's very similar to this. The next day, we are in Jamaica, Ocho Rios, which is a cannabis haven, as we all know. And at that, when we leave the ship to be in Jamaica, we are working with the Rasta community locally to provide a private festival for our group. That private festival is going to include some speakers. It'll include them bringing their products in, some food and some music. And if you know anything about the Rasta community in Jamaica, they have a very unique way of using cannabis. It's a spiritual element to their what they do. And so it's very important that we, one of the things that we have tried to do at Bhang Travel is we are bringing all of our events. We could go on an excursion to Bob Marley's, which is an amazing excursion if you've never been, but it really doesn't give you the flavor of the Rasta community and how they utilize the plant as a whole modality. So that's kind of what we're trying to do on our cruises and our vacations. Let me go back a one. The next thing that we're doing is we're doing a San Juan Turks and Caicos holistic cruise. And so what that's going to be is we're working with our partner who owns a spa in San Juan, and they want to do cannabis therapy. So they're going to be doing massages and other types of things, and we're going to be bringing a cruise to San Juan. When we get off the boat, we'll have a group go to the spa, and then we'll have another group go to a grow. And so we'll be able to experience it in that way, and Turks and Caicos will be a free day. And the 3 days on board, again, will be filled with seminars and workshops by experts and professionals. Then we're going to be doing the Pacific Coast Cruise, which is going to be in the spring of next year, which is going to start out in Seattle. It'll go to, Oregon, I almost said Oakland, Oregon, and then it'll go to 2 days in San Francisco, and we'll be working with our partners as well to create some unique programs on board when we get on land as well. And then, well, of course, we're doing Alaska, and we're working with the Florida Cannabis Coalition to provide that to its members and to its users probably sometime late spring, early summer. So there's some exciting opportunities to get involved. A little bit, I want to tell you how you can kind of get involved with us, because this is the travel industry and cannabis. The marriage is becoming a major component in the industry, especially in places like Florida where it's a little sketchy right now. So if you don't have the ability to, kind of open your own dispensary or grow, you can still get involved by getting involved with us. And the way that you would do that is you could come aboard. We make our cruises very inexpensive for people to attend as well as people to sponsor. We also are always looking for great speakers and sponsors and partners. And a partner has a little bit of different feel for us. So it basically helps us in what we do. So we have two ways in which we are doing things at Bhang Travel. The first way is we're going to create our own events, and you'll see those. Those will be the 4 events that we talked about: the Caribbean, the health and wellness, the Pacific Coast, and Alaska. But we are also been approached by several organizations to create very niche type events for the medical industry and cannabis. So they'll bring the doctors on board, and they'll have just the doctors there, and we'll be creating great excursions for them that is tailored to them. We have a growers group that wants to do that as well, and I've talked to a few of you already who want to do some of those things. And we do work with you guys to do that. We have the relationships, because we are a full-service travel agency. We have those relationships with resorts and cruise partners, so we are able to do that pretty seamlessly. Finally, which is more exciting to me, is that we are opening up an international travel component. And one of the things that we are doing in 2019, we will have a Cannabis. It'll either be a cruise or it'll be an all-inclusive. And so I don't know if you guys have know anything about Cannabis, but it's the largest cannabis festival in the world right now. And so in 2019, we'll be doing Spain. We're opening other things up. There's so many markets that are opening up internationally that provide us with opportunities to experience the cannabis culture in a way that it's just so unique. You know, you're bringing together this amazing vacation, a lifetime vacation, a dream vacation really for lots of people in a world experiencing the cannabis culture. And it's really just something very unique to the industry and very unique to us. And it's something that, you know, really is a huge benefit for you guys if you're trying to have a business and you're trying to sell across seas or you're trying to reach different markets, because a lot of the people come on, we have different groups. A lot of our groups are B2B type groups, not a lot of B2C going on at this point in time.